No kidding, Thana. I cannot believe how bad anime dubs are still on average. It's crazy because, like, didn't Rebecca Sugar get theater workers, like theater performers, for Steven Universe? Like, Pearl, Rose, everyone sounds so good there. But then you get the anime dubs, even relatively high-quality ones, and all the guys still talk like this. Because they put, like, no effort into localizing the intonation. They're just like, well, the anime dude sounds bombastic, so, like, I should sound bombastic. And it never sounds natural.
Is that Emily?
Who watches dubs? There are some good dubs. Best one recently, Dungeon Meshi. Delicious in Dungeon. Phenomenal dub. Trigger usually does good dub work. Or that particular director. Dead Leaves. Kill La Kill had a pretty great dub. People like the Gurren Lagann dub, even though that's not really my thing. Sub's still better, though. In most cases, I agree. I think the Fooly Cooly dub is better than its sub. I think the Dead Leaves dub is better than its sub. I think that for Dungeon Meshi, the dub and sub are of equal quality. Thoughts on the FMAB dub? It's been a while. It's been a while. Any anime recommendations for a Western animation chauvinist? How the fuck are you a Western animation chauvinist? What, have you been subsisting off of, like, scraps for years? That makes no sense to me. I don't know. Watch FMAB like everyone else for their first anime.
You can
Go
do
watch
this.
Ping Pong. Panty Stocking? Yeah, Panty Stocking's dub is better than its sub. The original. I haven't listened to the new dub. Did not care for the new season of Never watching anime, but nice try. I used to be like that back in high school. So I get it, but I'm not in high school anymore. Oh yeah, the vast majority that you've seen are mid to shit, or that I've seen. Well, I try to only watch stuff that I know that I'll like. I'm not a critic, you know? I want to spend my time well. And the industry is kind of blighted as a whole. And it's definitely not good that if you're watching, like, a Western sitcom or a crime drama, it's usually bad in very boring ways. But if you watch an anime, it's often bad for, like, pedophilic reasons. Like, that's not great, but there is good stuff out there. Part of why Frieren's great is that there's no fan service. Well, I wouldn't say that. Frieren is definitely informed by a, an underlying... Oh, yeah, it's okay. You see a new My Adventures with Superman season debuted with 100% Rotten Tomatoes. I have not seen the show. I saw like 2 episodes of the first season, and I found it kind of eh. But maybe it gets better. Yeah, I'm just not excited for Supergirl nuts. I don't know. It's just something about it hasn't really captivated me. Nothing about her introduction in the Superman movie made me think, like, I want to watch a movie about her. More like, she seems like a fun side character. Vaush hates girls. You know, they keep saying this about me. They keep trying to pin that label on me. Peacemaker was great. I enjoyed Peacemaker. I appreciate they showed like full pussy and cock for no reason, I guess. Gotta use that, what it's on HBO, right? Gotta use your HBO credentials to the max, no pun intended. They hung dong. They did. The pussy shot was out of nowhere, though. Like, at least the hung dong bit was... There was, like, a sex and drugs kind of party going on. Makes sense you'd have dong out. But for the pussy shot, they literally had a character flipping through an iPad, and then she just flips to a picture that's of her wife's pussy. No, I have not read any Supergirl comics, so I have not read the Supergirl comic the movie is based on. Assuming it is indeed a Supergirl comic, and not a non-Supergirl comic. Did you see the fucking Supergirl comic slander on Twitter.com the other day, where they were, like, posting shit from the early 2000s, including one where Supergirl was referring to herself as jailbait? That was fucking insane, man. The 2000s were a blighted decade. The comic's great and very beautiful. I'm happy to hear that. America was really horny in the early 2000s for some reason. I don't even think, being real, I don't even think it was people being horny. I just think it was raw misogyny. Like, the comic, like, Supergirl being a teenager referring to herself as jailbait while flirting with an older man, and the narrative endorsing that is not being horny. It's just, like, being disgusting. I don't know. It's not, like, that's not coming from... That's not hashtag ethical goons, is all I'm saying. You know what I've been enjoying lately? Baki. Finally decided to read the Baki trilogy. Baki the Grappler, new Baki the Grappler, and then Baki Hanma. And I'm midway through Baki Hanma right now. And I gotta say, I actually think it's quite nice. I don't know how much the anime butchers it, but I feel like I haven't found a better way of describing this, so I have to plagiarize it. It feels like mythology. I saw this on Twitter. It feels like reading the Odyssey or whatever, where like you're hearing like an oral accounting of and then Dopplo Orochi brought a lion into the ring and suplexed it, and everyone was awed. Like it's like great feats of myth making that are really silly but also very earnest and sincere. Also, by the way, not enough credit paid to the fact that the manga is fucking beautiful. Like, genuinely, it's so good at conveying the motion and weight. The one-handed stand Baki does is completely possible, by the way. No, I know that. Some of the other shit Baki does that's probably not possible. Like summoning a praying mantis to fight. You get me. It's very wacky. Shadowboxing the praying mantis was peak. It really was. It truly, truly was. Hey, no spoilers, because I actually care, but who's seen the Amazing Digital Circus final episode? You enjoy it? I plan on seeing it. I like internet culture making its way into the old media. I also, by and large, like the Amazing Digital Circus. I feel like it doesn't deserve its fan base to an extent. It kind of feels like fandom as a concept has gotten a lot worse because people have so much media to choose from that now they're all, like, playing little amateur critics, you know? Like, there are true fans, but if you really like something, it's okay to just like it. You don't have to be a critic of it. If you like the Amazing Digital Circus or Gameaverse or whatever, you can just like it and not have to justify it. But I feel like oftentimes people want to feel like they're enlightened critics of the material they're consuming, so they overcompensate and they say stupid shit in an effort to make themselves sound smarter than other people. Genuinely, one of the reasons I really liked the Chainsaw Man fandom was just because there was a lot of reverence for Fujimoto. Like, even... Like, I'm not happy with the ending, but, like, every time Fujimoto would pull a turn or whatever, people would be like, hold on, let him cook. Which led to a culture of, like, at least to some extent, charitability towards the mangaka, which I way prefer to, like, every time new shit drops, people are like, you know, oh, wow, what a fuck up, or whatever. Subs, 90% people complain about Vaush. You know, I do think there's a little bit of a parallel there, to be sure, yeah. In the sense that, like, people treat, how do I put it? People treat the stuff that they consume, and I mean, I produce entertainment, right? It's political analysis, but it's entertaining. They consume my streams. They take it as, like, a reflection of their moral worth, of their virtue, so they feel the need to critically engage with it, and sometimes that leads to people who are clearly taking the, like, critical part out of the engagement a little bit. Like, they want to prove that they're not, like, just a slavish, loyal viewer. They have opinions of their own. That's right, I have to leave this one here. I'm not just a you know, brain-dead viewer that just agrees with everything that he says, so on and so forth. Not to say you shouldn't critically engage, I'm just saying it has to be, like, actual engagement and not just so on and so forth. I love Frieren for haters. Frieren's good, though I was not impressed by the most recent season. Frieren's slander... Wait for it. No? Frieren's slander... There we go. Is the idea that it's all just, like, nothing feel-good bullshit. But the latest season was the closest we've gotten to that yet, I think. Does it change the manga? Have you not read it? I have not read the manga. Frieren's animation is beautiful. I'm very happy. I'm very happy watching the anime. Where does the season end? The season ends after Frieren and Co. defeat the snake demon guy. When they're in the northern lands and they fight the big, like, archdemon general guy with, like, the snake body, who is hot as fuck, by the way. Ever read Berserk? Never heard of it. I've not read Kagurabachi, but I probably will. I just have a hard time keeping up with multiple ongoing manga. Overhype, but the paneling's very, very good. Kagurabachi, that's the one that has the very queer-coded, short-haired black woman, right? One other one I want to read, Ichi the Witch. I've seen some art from that. It looks really good. Dark elf girl who's losing her magic or something. Like Dark elf girl wanders world losing magic. Whatever overly long title. I've seen some really beautiful art from that one. You can read manga super quick, right? It's comics. So I am trying to read more, you know, branch out a little. I don't like keeping up with ongoing stuff, because then I forget about it and I have to reread it later in the future. Still keeping up with Sakamoto Days? Nah. Just keeping up with current stuff. Difficult. Not to mention, some of the decision-making in Sakamoto Days kind of left me behind. Like, I don't really understand the point of the initial framing device if you're just going to, like, make it a regular shonen battle manga. I thought it was supposed to be a cute, like, slice-of-life, feel-good slash battle manga, where there's a big contrast between the, you know, intentions and inner worlds of the characters and the brutality of the world that they're in. But it kind of seems like they pivoted into just being battle manga. But, like, it's good battle manga, but it's also, I don't know. What manga were you talking about? Sakamoto Days. The initial premise is a, former world's greatest hitman, retired because he found a girl he loved, got fat, and now runs a convenience store, but he keeps getting haunted by the shadows of his past life. But then they introduced that he can get skinny again, like he can lock in and just metabolize his fat. Why make him fat to begin with then? During, like, the climactic battle scenes, he, like, takes tactical Ozempic, and it's like, literally, what is the point of having a comedic disconnect between the physical abilities and the, you know, visual of the main character if you're just gonna make him skinny whenever he gets in a fight? Like, literally, what's the point? I don't understand it. Like, you want to make him look cool? Make him look cool while he's fat. You're the one who wrote the damn manga. Like, you made the writing decision. My sister told me Spy X Family also fell off. Spy X Family fell off continuously after the 5th episode of the anime, which is when Yor drunkenly boxes with Lloyd, because that was the scene that made me think I wish I had a powerful wife to beat me up. And everything after that was, in comparison, not impressive. Only anime I ever saw all the way through was Berserk 1997. Not a bad pick. I'm a big fan of JoJo and Hunter x Hunter, but that's like it. Well, listen, if you enjoy JoJo, I feel like you have to enjoy Baki. Not to tell you what you gotta do or whatever, but I feel like there's a pretty strong overlap in the tone and the drive, the entertainment factor in both those series. You know, a manga's good when the black characters aren't all blonde. Okay, you ultimate fucking giga nuke. You know that a manga is good when there is a black character who has natural hair. And that's not an afro. Like an actual black hairstyle. If there is a black woman with an actual black hairstyle, you know, like 98% of the time that shit's going to be at least a 7 out of 10. Killmonger cut counts. Killmonger cut counts. You know, that cut got a lot of backlash because a lot of white game devs kept putting their black characters in it, but there's nothing innately wrong with it. You know? Like, there's nothing wrong with a black guy having a big afro. It's just that if that's the only shit you see black characters having in anime or whatever, it's like, okay, yeah, we get it. That's the hair. It really did explode for no good reason. I heard the reason, the speculation I heard about why it got so popular was that these were games with white developers and white artists, and the Killmonger cut looks closest to what was a popular white guy haircut at the time, which is like the side, you know, like fade on the side and then the, like the hair swoop. And because the Killmonger cut looks like that, but with black hair, it was like, oh, well, this is, you know, this is stylish or whatever. I don't know, not the end of the world.